This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
Now at 4, we're learning more about the case involving a Collinsville homeowner who shot and killed an intruder. Police say Jonathan Gagan died when he tried to get into the home after being asked several times to leave. That homeowner is cooperating with police. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brent Solomon.
And I'm Kay Quinn. The Madison County Sheriff's Office is investigating because a family member of the homeowner is a part-time Collinsville police employee.
Justina Coronel joins us live in Collinsville now. Justina, what are you learning?
Well, the Collinsville Police Department responded to the home around 6 o'clock yesterday evening. Now, this all happened on the 500 block of St. Louis Road. Now, according to police, 31-year-old Jonathan Gagan, who was unknown to the family, stepped onto the home's front porch and refused to leave. The homeowner said Gagan became angry and he was afraid for his family's safety. The homeowner says he got his gun and continued to make several requests for Gagan to leave and not enter his home. But he told police Gagan then opened the storm door to go inside. That's when the resident said he would have to shoot him and shot him one time in the chest. Now, earlier today, I spoke with the St. Louis University law professor to discuss this case and the homeowner's right to self-defense under a law called the Castle Doctrine.
All you have to show is someone was trying to enter your home. So if they're on your porch, kicking in your door, breaking the window, trying the lock, that's enough.
Now, we've learned the man shot in this case has several arrests connected to violent crimes in the last 3 years. Investigators say he once injured a police officer's eye, and another case caused a security guard to fall to break his leg and ankle at a hospital. Reporting in Collinsville, Justina Coronel, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Justina. Right now, only one eastbound lane is open on Interstate 44 at the scene of this morning's deadly semi-crash. All day, traffic has been slow moving near Sullivan, Missouri, as crews continue to clear that scene. The Missouri Highway Patrol says the driver of a semi-truck was driving west when the vehicle crossed into the eastbound lanes and hit another car head-on. It caused the semi to catch fire. The driver of the car, Edith McKee from Sullivan, was killed. Investigators aren't sure what caused the driver of the semi to cross the median.
The Missouri House is advancing a move to give the state control of the St. Louis Police Department again. Republican State Representative Brad Christ put together that bill, giving a board of police commissioners control of police instead of the current police chief. Lawmakers debated the idea yesterday, a vote expected in the coming weeks.
The 2024 Missouri primary is set. This August, Missourians will have a variety of candidates to choose from in multiple races. In the race for Secretary of State, 4 GOP candidates have filed, including State Senator Mary Elizabeth Coleman, who previously said she'd run for Congress. And the governor's race has some competition. 4 candidates are running in the GOP primary. 2 Democrats are competing. That election is August 6th. The last day to register to vote in the primary is July 10th. And next week, voters will head to the polls for Missouri's municipal elections. This includes some mayoral, Board of Aldermen, and city council races, along with ballot proposals. You can read much more about the issues and find a polling place near you by going to ksdk.com/guide, or you can text the word guide to 314-425-5355.
And I tell you what, it's another sunny and cold day in the bi-state, but we're about to see a nice warm-up as we head towards the weekend. Meteorologist Gary Frank now with your Weather First forecast.
Yeah, good evening, Brent. You know, overall, it's been a chilly start to the morning. Obviously, we had temps below freezing to start, but it was full sunshine the rest of the day. Didn't mean that it warmed up all that much as we stayed below average for this time of the year, but at least we have full sunshine as things, you know, maybe just kept some of the pollen out of the air briefly, which we'll touch on here shortly. Otherwise, clouds streaming off to the west are probably going to set us up for a really nice sunset, but for the most part, it's as quiet as can be outside. We'll take another look down Market Street again, and the flag not moving too much. It's moving at 6 miles an hour maximum at the airport. We've got to 54. That's the high so far today. So that's going to be about as high as we go. And I think the next 12 hours, you'll really notice we drop a degree or two the next few hours, but it's overnight. After 10 o'clock, things get cold, and that's what we'll talk about once again. Some spots even colder than this, even before 34, 33 in the city. We'll talk about why this may be the last for at least a few days before we warm up as we head into Easter weekend. We'll also detail some rain chances before we see another set of ups and downs in the next 5 days.
All right, Gary, we'll want to hear that. Well, a Kansas City Chiefs fan is now suing a Tennessee lawmaker for defamation. This after the fan was briefly detained following that Super Bowl parade shooting. Republican Congressman Tim Burchett is accused of defaming Denton Loudermill Jr. and invading his privacy. Burchett posted a photo of the fan being detained. The caption implied he was one of the shooters and a, quote, illegal alien. Turns out neither are true.
6 people are presumed dead after a cargo ship crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland yesterday. That crash caused the entire bridge to collapse into the Patapsco River. An investigation into what happened is still underway. NBC's Jay Gray has the latest on the recovery efforts.
A day later, rough weather adding to the overwhelming task of investigators and search and recovery teams in Baltimore. The crash scene, a mess of twisted metal, severed cables, jagged boulders of rock and concrete from the collapse, a dangerous soup of debris, especially in the pitch-black depths of the Patapsco River.
There's a tremendous amount of debris in the water, from containers hanging off ships. We have to make sure those are shored up. We're going to work with structural engineers to help them understand how to navigate and address the challenges of having bridge structure in the water.
At least 6 members of a maintenance crew repairing potholes on the Francis Scott Key Bridge at the time of the accident are still missing and presumed dead. Maryland's governor reaching out to their families.
Now that we've transitioned to the recovery phase, my promise to them is this: I will devote every single resource to making sure that you receive closure.
As investigators expand their search to understand how and why the fully loaded container ship slammed into the center support column of the bridge. We now know the NTSB has recovered the ship's voyage data recorder and is beginning interviews with the ship's crew members and witnesses, part of what the NTSB says will be a long, detailed investigation, followed by the difficult process of clearing away the debris.
Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg won't speculate on how long it may be before the nation's 11th busiest port may be operational again. As for the bridge, engineers say it could take 5 years or more for a rebuild here. Jay Gray, NBC News, Baltimore.
Weather caused a lot of complications for crews today. Rain and wind made it hard for recovery teams and federal investigators as they continue the long and difficult process of figuring out just what happened.
Well, the